Hello, YouTubers. Another update here. Episode, whatever episode we're on, I don't know. But I just want to show you this rear quarter panel that I've been working on. I try to find like 100 series Land Cruiser out there in the salvage yards, junkyards, you pull-its, pull-aparts, you name it, man. I looked all over the place here in my hometown and surrounding cities, and man, it's been so difficult trying to find one of these trucks at the junkyards. There's a lot of 90s models out there, but the 100 series, I don't know, I guess they're still too new or something. And the closest one I found from El Paso is up there in Albuquerque. So it'd be a matter of going out there and cutting off this rear quarter panel off of the donor vehicle, and then have to buy the whole section of this quarter panel. And the junkyard's probably gonna want, like, I don't know, 50, 60, $100 for this piece, something like that. And then I still need the one on the other side, on the right side. This is the driver's side on the left. And rather than doing that, driving all the way to Albuquerque, cutting it off, bringing it back, welding it back on, and so on, I decided to just kind of save some money, save some time. I really don't want to go to Albuquerque. And I'm just going to fabricate this piece, which is what I've done so far. And I just wanted to show you, I mean, it's some tedious work. You need some snips, some cardboard, some tape, some pliers, you know, you name it. Anything that you can kind of make a template with. I've been using this galvanized sheet metal, which is really pliable, soft, easy to work with. It's not like a foil. It's still a sheet, and I have a whole roll of this stuff. This is actually flashing for your roofs in your house and whatever, and then you just tack it down, put some tar on it. It's to patch roofs. But anyway, so what I've done, I've used a piece of this, and then some pieces of that blue one that's down there that are actually like gutter trim pieces for like some of these metal buildings that you see around town or whatever. It's part of the flashing and trim molding. And what I did was that's what this is right here, and it's the right gauge that I need. And I just kind of flattened it out, used this crease that was already on that piece, and then just kind of shaped it. I cut it here, and then I made a frame for this piece made out of some old little angle iron that I had. So let me show you. I'll remove these clamps so you can see the structure behind it. But right now where I'm at, I've already like pre-drilled some of these holes. I'm going to take everything apart so I can paint it, and then I'm going to clamp it back together again, and then start running rivets into these holes that I've already drilled. So they'll end up looking like this, the flush mount. And then right here on the rear, what I did was I kind of curved it as much as I could, as you can see here. And then this very rear piece is where I use this thinner galvanized metal, and I just kind of shaped it and went around the corner here. I'm going to probably put some more rivets here just to hold that. And then behind this, all this, at least on the edges here, I'm going to put some kind of putty or silicone or something, and then put the panel on, just so that all this is sealed from water running down behind it. And then rivet everything together. And then like this seam here, and then where it curves right here and has this little bubble kind of roundness to it. This is about as close as I was able to get it with the metal. And I'll probably hammer it a little bit more once it's all riveted together. Try to close this up and round it as much as possible, and then I'll put some some Bondo here and seal all this up nice. And there you have it. I mean, this piece is now good as new, if not better. It's actually a thicker gauge tin. And then, so let me show you. So I haven't riveted it yet. I just need to disassemble the whole thing so that I can paint it and then try to put it all back together. Hopefully all the holes will line up. But anyway, so like this piece will just kind of sink in there. As you can tell, I just bent it with some pliers, did a little hammering, some snips, and then just kind of shaped it the best I could. And that's basically what you got to do with the sheet metal. Just fold it around, push it around, hammer it. So this little piece is pretty cool considering. And then of course all this goes behind the bumper itself, the plastic bumper cover that goes all through here, and you're not even going to be able to see any of this. But I'll try to pretty it up as much as I can. So what I did was I took the cutting wheel and just kind of cut all the edge of the rust that was all through here, cleaned it all up. Then I sprayed it with Corroseal to seal all this, and then some black paint. All this has been treated, and then eventually, you know, I'll probably end up painting all this area white. Just to make it all look nice. So let me show you kind of where this frame structure behind here. So as you can tell, I mean, I've been using a lot of these vice grips. It's been some interesting sheet metal work, which is not really that complicated. It's like working with paper almost. Wear some good gloves. So like this area here, I still need to kind of hammer this up to line up with you know, the edge that goes here. So I'll do that last and just kind of curl this thing up a little bit so that it has that curvature to it. Right here, where am I? Yeah, just kind of curve this around like that. So let me remove this piece. Got another clamp down here. There it is. So this this piece again is just a piece of that trim. It was blue on one side, and then I don't know if you can see the blue, and then white on the other side. I'll probably just paint the whole thing black. But anyway, so I shaped it so that it lines up with the quarter panel there. It fits like a glove. These holes are already pre-riveted. And then, sorry about the camera angles there, but this is the frame thing that I was trying to tell you, where I just took a piece of frame, or angle, I'm sorry, and then put a few notches in there so it could bend around where I needed it to bend and curve around this area. Went in behind the panel here. It'll wind up getting riveted to the existing panel, probably through here and then through here, going that way. And that'll hold this whole little angle iron without having to weld anything. I will show you this part, for example. So this is where there's another piece of angle iron that goes all the way to the back, and then right here is where this one I fabricated will wraps around like this. It'll take some rivets down here to hold it. All this has been Corrosealed. I removed this, all the rust, everything. It'll wind up behind that panel. This is going to stay where it is. It's all sealed up, treated. And then once everything's all said and done, like in this area, we're going to put some putty, some fiberglass with resin, and then just kind of fill this in, smooth it out. Little Bondo and some paint. And then behind it here, behind the panel, this piece is all a new piece of the same material, that trim thing from this blue stuff. Flattened out a piece and cut it. I took a piece of cardboard so I can make a template, and then I kind of fit it back in here where it needs to go. And there you have it. It's this piece that's right here. So none of this is riveted yet or screwed. I had to line up these two screws here with the old piece of flashing that was left, barely hanging, that somehow did not rust away. And luckily, like those two holes there were still usable. And then I just kind of made two holes on this panel and shaped it around, and yeah, just made it fit in there to repair this whole area of the fender well that's in here. All this was missing on both sides, on the inside and on the outside. So it's a double sheet. You can tell right here there's two of them. One's the inner. Let me see where am I? Right, okay, right here. So you can tell this is the outer skin, and then this one back here is the inner skin. That's the one that goes in here, which is this one I just showed you. So this is the inner skin, and it slides right in there. All the holes line up nice, and it fits into this bracket. Just nice, and that repairs the whole inner fender well area here. And then of course I'm going to put some silicone behind it just to make sure everything's sealed right behind it. And then this right here is the, hold on, I'm going to put the camera down so I can take this clamp off. But anyway, so yeah, so this is where this channel goes up in here into the old fender. You can tell there's a couple of notches there, and then this piece will be the one that gets riveted here and riveted on the outside to secure this whole angle iron. And that's pretty much it. I mean, the rest of it is over here. Let me take this clamp off. Oh boy. Yeah, so here it is. So this is the piece that I had to kind of fabricate. Let me see if it'll focus. This one did require a little welding. Sorry, let me see, this thing's not focusing. I'll tell you what, let me end the video and I'll start over. Okay, here we go. I think it's focusing better. So anyway, so this is that angle iron piece that I couldn't get on the other section where it was focused. It wasn't focusing, but this is the little piece. I did have to weld it together. Just put a few spot welds there and there, enough to where it's a secure, solid piece, and that's it. I mean, it's gonna be the main support for the skins, for the sheet metal, and it lines up like perfectly into that hole, and then comes up in here into the fender, right in there, and then everything gets riveted, sandwiched together, bolted, and it's all covered pretty much. There's one small little piece that kind of goes back in here. I don't know if you can see my fingers back here. So I'm going to put another little piece of skin there. It's only like a 6-inch little piece that goes here, and that covers this back section. But that's where I'm at, folks. So just want to show you. I'll give you another update once it's all riveted and put back together here. You're gonna see where it's like, wow, completely rebuilt. And all this has cost me about $2 so far. And materials, really, I mean, it's probably like a couple of dollars worth of trim that I just kind of had laying around. I got some more pieces in the back, but yeah, so I didn't want to have to go spend money at a junkyard and cut off the original. All this is not gonna be visible anyways from behind the bumper, and then it's actually gonna wind up better than the original factory. This gauge is thicker, the steel is heavier, it's metal. It's gonna have more secure, better. It's gonna actually have some drainage, which the original did not have. That's why it rusted. So this one's gonna have a couple holes for drainage, and that's it. I mean, this whole thing will be good to go. And then I'll just have to kind of do the same thing to the other side. But it's been a fun challenge, and it's the kind of stuff you have to get into. The under chassis is all done. I think I've showed you already. Everything's coated, sprayed, painted. With the exception of the wool wax, I haven't done that. And I haven't installed the gas tank yet. But that'll go in here next. And you can tell, I mean, wow, what a difference. Everything's like brand new again. Looks nice. And I'm really pleased the way it's been turning out. No more rust. This area of this quarter panel here will also get rebuilt, kind of like I'm doing on the other side. It's just a smaller little piece of tin metal that needs to cover this area. I'll cut out all the ugly stuff, get rid of it, and put the new piece right here. And that's it. Get a little touch-up paint and put the wheels, tires, and it'll be good to go. All right, folks, we'll show you some more updates down the road. All right, take care. Have fun, and God bless. Hello, peeps. Here we are, another little clip. So this rear quarter panel is pretty much finished. I still need like the very back end over there to complete and tighten it up, button it up. But I just want to show you like some of the stuff I did here with some rivets. You know, I put rivets all the way through here, underneath, all the way to the back. And I haven't done any welding. I was trying to avoid welding as much as possible because the heat that transfers into the metal causes rust. So I was trying to avoid doing that. I did everything with rivets, with the exception of the little frame bracket thing. I did kind of have to T-weld that little piece and put it together. I still need to rivet this bottom piece down here. But you can tell, I mean, this thing's like pretty badass, considering. And in my opinion, I think it's even better than factory. This stuff is thicker gauge, heavy duty. I sealed the seams with silicone, black silicone, and man, you can tell this thing's pretty tight. There's no water gonna get in there. Everything's cool. No filler, no fiberglass, no Bondo. This is all black silicone, and this thing's like super sturdy. I mean, it's pretty heavy duty. I mean, it's not gonna move or shake or anything. You know, it's sturdy, man. So there it is. You got to do a little fabricating sometimes and get it to look just the way you want it. I'm gonna paint this white. All this will get white on the edge right there to follow the white, and then the outside right here is also gonna get white. Just gloss, white shiny gloss. I'll mask all this and then put the molding back, And that's pretty much it. The driver's side will be done. Here's that piece that goes in the back. I still need to button this up with some rivets, but yeah, after it's all painted, sealed, it's gonna wrap around the back over here. Yeah, it'll be nice and covered up, you know, and looking more like it used to without all the rust. So it's coming along, guys. I'll show you once it's all painted and we'll go from there. All right, talk to you later.